Hello, and you're listening to Frey. Starting right now, here's your host Alfredo Leon.
Thank Allah, and we're back with another video as Chase Elliott won at Kansas Speedway on Sunday to take momentum into the third round of NASCAR's playoffs. Elliott's victory Sunday allowed him to start and end the second round of the playoffs with wins. He started the third round by winning at Dover and closed it with that win at Kansas. He was already locked into the third round of the playoffs thanks to that W at Dover and gained extra bonus points at Kansas as a result of that win. Here is Elliott speaking on what kind of message he was sending in the second round with 2 wins and more, courtesy of NBC.
Yeah, it was a great round for us for sure. Just proud of the effort. You know, we certainly weren't where we wanted to be at the beginning of the year, and I've had a good few weeks. Obviously, got fortunate with Kevin and his misfortune there with his penalty. Would love to race him straight up, but just proud of my team, proud of all of our partners, Mountain Dew, Napa, Hooters, Chevrolet, Kelly Blue Book, Sun Energy One. It's been just an unbelievable year, man. After last year and coming close so many times, you just have to enjoy these. I mean, you never know when or if you're ever going to get another one. So just so appreciative, crazy to have done it, a couple times in a few weeks, but definitely not taking it for granted.
Elliott spoke on what the win does for the team looking ahead with 2 more mile-and-a-half tracks remaining on the schedule and more.
Yeah, I think it's great. I felt like had a great effort. That's obviously what you want. I mean, Kevin was obviously really fast, but I thought that we were really even with him there that run. I was behind him. It would have been really hard to pass him, but would have loved to have raced him straight up. I'm sure you're gonna have to deal with him, throughout the rest of the deal, along with Kyle and the rest of them. So just proud to be amongst them right now, and we'll try to keep it going. This is not the time to let up.
The playoff field was cut by 4 drivers. Kyle Larson, Brad Keselowski, Alex Bowman, and Ryan Blaney were all eliminated from championship contention, as they were the 4 in the cutoff that didn't make it. Larson had tried to run down Elliott to get the win, but wound up 3rd behind Kyle Busch. After Busch, here's the rest of the top 10. 4th, Eric Jones, Busch's teammate, driving the 20 car for Joe Gibbs Racing. Mark Truex Jr. in 5th, driving the 78 car for Furniture Row Racing. Keselowski finishing 6th, driving the 2 car for Team Penske. His teammate Blaney driving the 12 car also for Team Penske. And their teammate, Joey Logano, finishing 8th, driving the 22 car for Team Penske as well. 9th was Bowman, driving the 88 car for Team Hendrick. And 10th was Eric Almirola, driving the 10 car, same as his position, for Stewart-Haas Racing. Other notables and playoff drivers included his teammate Kevin Harvick finishing 12th, teammates Clint Bowyer 13th, and Kurt Busch 18th respectively. And Jimmy Johnson finished 22nd, driving for Hendrick Motorsports. Bowyer driving the 14 car, Harvick the 4, and Busch the 41. Drivers who advanced into the round of 8 are Elliott, Almirola, Kyle Busch, Harvick, Truex, Logano, Bowyer, and Kurt Busch. The next Monster Energy Cup Series race will be the first Data 500 at Martinsville Speedway on Sunday, October 28th at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time on NBCSN, which will kick off the round of 8 in the playoffs with the final 4, the best 4 drivers heading to Homestead for the championship race. And this was a good win for Elliott, especially capitalizing on the mistake of Harvick, and as he said in his interview, he wished he would have raced him straight up. That would have been a good battle between those two. Elliott was able to run down Harvick throughout the race, and that would have been a nice battle between the two. But Harvick, he has to try to stop making mistakes like that because he's been doing that lately, especially because he's known as the closer. But the thing is, he's been making so many mistakes, he can't close out the races. And he's got to try to fix that if he's going to try to make it to Homestead. But the way Elliott's going right now, 2 wins in the last 3 races, 3 in the last 10, pretty incredible run after not winning any races for his first 2.5 years. You could say that pretty much. But he's definitely got a lot of talent. He's finally showing that now. And he could be a favorite to win that championship. He could be a good challenger to Harvick, Busch, and Truex, the big 3, if he could keep his momentum going into Martinsville, which is a good track for him. But who can forget when he got spun out last year by Denny Hamlin in that race when he was leading with 2 laps to go. And the famous call by Rick Allen, the 11 back on the 24. And that was insane. And then those 2 went after it after the race. And Chase said that he's going to be racing more aggressive from now on. And I think that's how he's able to get those 3 wins in his career driving the 9 car, or the 9. And as that was back when he was driving the 24 car, and when he got spun by Hamlin, and that caused all that controversy at the end of the race at Martinsville. That's a good track for him, so maybe he can try to keep the momentum going and try to get a win, because if he wins, he'll move on to the championship 4 at Homestead, which he's got a shot at a championship. So let's see what he does. He's definitely not taking anything for granted, because he went a long time without winning a race in his Cup career. He didn't win any races prior to this year, so he is definitely got momentum going. But he's going to definitely get challengers like Kurt Busch if he could try to not make too many mistakes. He got lucky trying to get into that next round, because there was a couple points in the race where he was out, a couple points out, and Blaney was in a couple times. And Keselowski, as he's always done with his strategy, trying to figure out a way to try to win the race. But he and Paul Wolf, his crew chief, always try to gamble. But the thing is, they didn't have a lot of cautions in the race. There was only one for an incident. That was William Byron earlier in the race. So and most of the other cautions were for stage breaks, which don't really count, even though they're somewhat considered cautions. But Keselowski, he tried. It's just that he just fell into a deep hole, making mistakes, getting to that wreck at Talladega, and he just had a good run, but it was too late. And Bowman, he had a good run as well, finishing 9th, but he was just way too deep in the points. He was like 60 points out. That's too much, and that's pretty hard to do, to get 60 points deep in a round. You have to have like pretty last place finish. You have to have last place finishes in several races to try to get that deep into points in one round. And Bowman, I guess he is Bowman the showman. Like, he can show what he's got, but he has nothing to really show for it, like at the end. So, as a results wise, and he had a good finish, just wasn't enough. And Almirola, he had that. People were wondering, when is he going to get that win? And he finally got that at Talladega. So good for him there. And it should be interesting to see like a kind of challenges would be in the next round, and to see if Chase Elliott can keep it going, because right now he's on fire. The momentum he's had, the 2 out of the last 3 wins at weeks. So like winning at Dover and winning at Kansas. So let's see if he can keep it going. And should be interesting to see what happens in the 3rd round. Can he do it? He's got a good track in Martinsville. So Phoenix coming up as well, others as well, like Texas. Those are some good tracks to see if he could step up there. Those are pretty good Jimmy Johnson tracks as well, so he could try to get a victory. You know, he's not in the playoffs anymore. Before he and Chad Knaus go their separate ways, as was announced recently. So let's see what happens though with Chase Elliott. He's definitely got a lot of talent. This shows that he's probably like one of the best drivers now in the sport. He's definitely probably cementing that now, and he's definitely had a lot of fanfare going to his Cup career, especially what he did. Only his father, he tied his father for the most second place finishes for their first win, and he definitely try to get wins. It's just bad restarts or bad luck, whatever you want to call it. But he finally got that win, and he now look at him. He's now got a lot of confidence going into the 3rd round. But he's not taking anything for granted, like he said in his interview. So let's see what happens though. Can he keep it going, and could he win the championship? That'd be something. Especially with how much Hendrick Motorsports has struggled the last couple of years with the other drivers like Jamie Johnson and Alex Bowman and William Byron not being able to win a race. And that was the case for a lot of momentum going to Martinsville. And can he keep it going? We'll see. The big three's definitely got to step up. Truex definitely cannot afford to be that deep in points again, because if he is, he's probably going to be knocked out. He got lucky that he got into this one. And despite all those playoff points, that really helped him to barely get in. If he didn't have all those points, he'd be out. So that definitely made a difference in Truex getting in. So let's see what could happen in the next round. And if Truex could step up his game, he didn't have a great round. He struggled lately. Can he keep it back, get it back on the right track so he can get back to victory lane and try to be able to go to Homestead? Harvick as well. But Harvick's had speed. He just hasn't been able to finish. He's the closer. You got to finish. Close. So let's see what happens moving forward in the 3rd round. And can one of these guys be able to challenge the big three? And will the 3 of them get in? Will Stewart-Haas get in? As they already got 4 guys in there with Almirola, Kurt Busch, and Harvick and Bowyer. Can one of them or all 4 of them get to the final round? That'd be something if all 4 got in. But I don't think all 4 will get in. Joe Gibbs Racing had 4 of them too in 2016 with Carl Edwards and Matt Kenseth and Busch and Danny Hamlin. But not all 4 of them got in. I think the only one that got in was Busch. And he lost that championship. So let's see what could happen there. And that was the year Jimmy won that 7th record-tied 7 championships. So let's see what happens though if what the Ford could get in, but I don't think that's going to happen. The Big Three is probably going to get in unless the Truex has another disastrous round. If that happens again, he's not getting in. But I think possibly Chase Elliott could get into the Final Four, but we'll see what happens, though. It's going to be an interesting round for sure. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, and if you are brand new, subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next video, and peace.